How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Shadowverse Evolve video here on Red Zone Rogue. Today, we're going to be opening up both of the brand new Shadowverse Evolve and Cardfight Vanguard crossover collab starter decks. Now, these are both really cool decks and actually fairly powerful right out of the box, and they feature an absolute classic trading card game series with absolute classic art. So I'm very excited to open these up. I also want to give a big thank you and shout out to Bushiroad and Psy Games for sending these to me for an early little opening and preview. So cheers, and yeah, let's get started. All right, so we have the Sanctuary Night Brigade deck as well as the Apocalyptic Fire deck. Yeah, like I said, we're not going to beat around the bush too much on these. We're just going to open them up and check them out. I know this is a very hotly anticipated release for Shadowverse Evolve because Vanguard is, well, just a pretty long-lasting and very well-loved series, and one that I've gotten into recently. I really think the trading card game is absolutely fantastic, and I'm not super familiar with all these older characters, but I am familiar with the Vanguard game itself, so pretty looking forward to this. Also, we have the manual as well as some punch-out tokens. Now, what's really important about this manual in particular is because we have a brand new mechanic for this crossover. Just in general, we have the the drive mechanic, which is a mechanic in Cardfight Vanguard. So let's go ahead and check out the manual. I do believe it does have information on the new ride and drive mechanic. We have a starting amulet as well as a ride drive point, and then we have drive checks and triggers just like Cardfight Vanguard. Pretty cool. So if you really are into Cardfight Vanguard, then it's got not only the flavor, but it does have Cardfight Vanguard mechanics as well. And we're going to quickly go over all of the new Cardfight Vanguard rules for this particular crossover as we open up the deck. Though I will likely have to refer back to this because I don't have all the triggers memorized. The triggers are very similar to how they work in Vanguard, but they're not exactly one-to-one. And when you do the drive check, you don't draw the card, it goes on the bottom of your deck. But if you do the trigger, then it goes in, you bury it. So yes, interesting stuff. We also have our little foil pack here. All right, let's check out the deck first, and then when we get to some of the cards that have like drive, which probably I would guess the first card has it, then we'll talk about the effect and we'll talk about how all of it works. So our first card here, let's take off the little tab, is the King of Knights, Alfred. This is the evolved version of Alfred, and Alfred does have Storm and Twin Drive, and it says whenever followed with Twin Drive attacks, it performs 2 drive checks, which is very cool. It just has the Twin Drive effect. Here this says you can evolve him for 2 when this follower evolves follower into King of Knights Alfred, and then it has Twin Drive, which is also, or has Storm and Twin Drive, which is also excellent. So what Drive does is when you attack, you reveal the top card of your deck, and you check to see if it has one of these symbols in the top corner here. And so these are the trigger symbols from Cardfight Vanguard. So we have like a critical trigger, we have draw triggers, we have heal triggers. I'm not sure what the blue one is because I am a new Vanguard player and I don't know what new is. So let's go ahead and check them out. So we have, so this rulebook is for. So we have the triggers here. Stand trigger, okay. So we have critical trigger, draw trigger, stand trigger, and heal trigger. And we also have here what they do. So critical trigger, it gives your follower +2 attack. Draw trigger, draws you a card. A stand trigger, refresh a follower on your field for the rest of the turn. That follower cannot attack enemy leaders. Interesting. And then heal trigger, you heal for 3. So that's pretty sweet. And then the way that you can, we'll talk about the ride effects as well, because there's ride effects and drive points. But if you have the Twin Drive mechanic, when it attacks, you will reveal 2 cards, and then check if they have the triggers, and then once again, if they do have the trigger, you do the trigger effect, and then that card goes into your discard pile, and if they don't have a trigger, it just goes on the bottom of your deck. Now, the deck construction for the Cardfight Vanguard crossover set for your Vanguard decks is a little bit different than the other crossover collab sets for Shadowverse Evolve, in that your triggers all have to be from the same class as your leader. So if your leader is sword, like this one is, all of your triggers have to be sword as well. Where typically if you had a different crossover set like Uma Musume, for example, then it's just your deck just had to be all Uma Musume cards of any class. This one specifically, the triggers have to be the same as your leader. Otherwise, all the other cards I think can just be from any of the classes, just so long as they are a Vanguard card. It has the card or the type Vanguard down here. So anyway, we have the King of Knights Alfred. After all of that, let's actually look through the cards. We have Alfred Early. So we have 4 Alfred Earlys. We have Blaster Blade. Ooh, I know this guy. This one has single drive, which is really, really sweet. We have the Wingle. Level 1, select a Blaster Blade in your cemetery and summon it. That seems pretty good. 1-drop 2/2. Super classic artwork on here. We have Knight of Conviction Boars. This one has on a sale, on drive, give this follower. Oh, so this one has the drive effect. Okay, so this is a new mechanic. So in your Evo deck, you have these brand new drive cards, and let's see. We have Evolution Point. I want to get to the drive cards. So we have drive points. So these go in your Evo deck, and you pay the cost here. So this cost here is 1, in addition to taking one of the drive points from your Evo deck, and then you put it under the card to show that it now has drive. And then once you do that, you can do the drive, which is sweet. Once again, the drive is when you attack, you get to look at the top card to see if it has the trigger. Some cards will already have like twin drive on it, in case you just do that. But this one you have to pay the additional effect to give it drive. And then also when you do give it drive, it gains rush as well, just like when you would Evo a follower. So pretty sweet mechanic actually. If you're familiar with the Uma Musume stuff, it's similar-ish to Carrots. When your follower would leave the field, that drive point goes back into the Evo deck, but face up, just like a Evo'd follower would, and you can't use it again. Anyway, so we have 3 boars. We have Flash Shield Iswelt. I don't know, she looks really cool. Or I guess it's a spell effect. Looks really cool. Knight of Silence Gallatin. We have Little Sage Marin. 3/4 ward for 3, just by itself is really solid. Lake Maiden Lien. 2/3 for ward is also really solid. We have Knight of Rose Morgana. These cards look awesome. Future Knight Liu. This is our crit trigger. We have 3. We have Margal. This is our draw trigger. We have Flogal. This is our stand trigger. We have Yggdrasil Maiden Elaine, our heal trigger. And then this is our starting amulet. So you can only have 1 starting amulet. It says right here, at the start of the game, if your deck is based on the Cardfight Vanguard universe, put a card with starting amulet from your deck onto your field. And you can only have one type of starting amulet. So you can only run like the Stardust Trumpeter, for example. You can't have this and another different one. You can only have the one. But you just get this. So this is your starting amulet. And then you can bury this card to select a Vanguard foe on your field and give it +1/+1, which is pretty cool. So it just you get a free +1/+1. Yeah, that's great. And then we also have the rest of our deck. So we have our Evo deck. So we have our other 2 King of Knights Alfred. We have our Blaster Blade Evolve. Very cool. And then we have our 4 drive points. In addition to that, we have, oh, it looks so good. We have the Aichi Sendo Arise, my avatar leader. Oh, the foiling looks so good on this. This is excellent. It is not a thick one. It's not a thick leader, but you can do the image scan now, not just the chip scan. So that's pretty sweet. Yeah, this one looks awesome. And then we have, of course, our evolution points, which is fantastic. This deck is really cool. Very aggressive if you like sword-style decks, and very strong right out of the box. If you want to get into Shadowverse Evolve and just pick up a deck and play, this is a great way to do so, as the Cardfight Vanguard collab cards are very strong. Let's go ahead and open up our little pack here, a little bonus pack. Let's see what we get. Ooh, you get 3 cards in this. Oh yeah, it's similar to the Idolmaster one. So we have Little Sage Marin, foil. Knight of Conviction Boars in the foil. Ooh, and then Knight of Rose Morgana in the foil. We could have gotten a legendary card too. That would have been the real big spice. Getting a foil version of like Blaster Blade or something. Sweet. So that is the sword deck. This was called the Sanctuary Knight Brigade deck. Sweet. So let's go ahead and set that aside. Now that we've kind of gone over the mechanics of this, we can just kind of go into this deck, which I do believe Apocalyptic Fire. Pretty sweet. So let's check this one out. This one has a lot more dragon dudes and stuff. We had the Knight deck, and now we have some big dragons and stuff, which is pretty sweet. Totally ripped the box there. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Once again, we have our rule sheet, which is fantastic. And then we have our little bonus pack here. 3 of 12 possible cards. Let's crack this open. Not sure what deck I like more, but probably sword. Probably sword. But we'll see. We'll see. I haven't actually checked this one out yet. So we have the Dragonic Overlord. I know this is another absolute classic Cardfight Vanguard card. Ooh, the Evo version of the Dragonic Overlord. Very cool. They both have Twin Drive. The Evo one, Twin Drive while Overflow is active for you, and there's another Kagero follower on your field. It also has Storm. Pretty sweet. On Evo, select enemy follower on the field, deal 5 damage, and if Overflow is active for you, give this follower once per turn. When this deals combat damage, refresh it. Yeah, that seems really good. That seems really good. So we have the Dragonic Overlord base card. We have Dragon Monk Goku. Okay, no, we're going. We have Dragon Knight Aleph. Ooh, this one looks really cool. Berserk Dragon. Hell yeah. That's awesome. We have the Wyvern Guard Bari. Very cool. I like how many foils you get in these. Dragon Knight Nahalem. 2-drop. We have Embodiment of Armor Bear. Ward. Ooh, this card seems sweet. 3-drop, 3/4 with Ward and then Fanfare draw card. That's solid. That's solid. We have Chain Attack Sutherland. Just always combo attack. What is this? There's a head, dude. Follower Reyes. All right. Wild. This one has the drive mechanic. And then on drive, give this follower +1/+1. Search your deck for Kagero, reveal it, add it to your hand, then shuffle. That seems really strong. That seems really good for a 1-drop. We have our crit trigger, Embodiment of Spear Tahir. We have the Gatling Claw Dragon. Bro, this is dragon with a Gatling gun. So this is our draw trigger. Our stand trigger is Lizard Soldier Ganlu. Heal trigger is Dragon Monk Genjo. Pretty card. Then we have Lizard Runner Undo. This is our starting amulet. So bear this card, select a Vanguard follow on your field, give it +1/+1. Okay, they both have the same effect for the starter decks. I imagine the booster set, different effects. So we have the other Draconic Overlord, or Dragonic Overlords. We have our Aleph Evos, and then we have the 4 drive points, which is really cool. And then, of course, we have the leader, Toshiki Kai, Burn in Apocalyptic Fire. Yeah, the foiling looks really good. It is it's got this really nice textured to it as well. Really, really, really cool card. And then we have the evolution points. Yeah, these are sweet. I'm really looking forward to opening up the booster boxes and diving more into the Vanguard set. But yeah, these both look very, very cool. With art by the original Vanguard creator and artist, I believe. Very, very cool. Yeah, I think these decks are awesome. And once again, I think they're both very strong. And if you're looking to get into Shadowverse Evolve, picking up either of these decks is a good option. Absolutely. The Vanguard stuff will be pretty powerful for quite a while. We have Embodiment of Victory Aleph for the foil. Ooh, we got our starting amulet foil. Nice. That's a good one, I think. And then we have a Chain Attack Sutherland. No elves, no legendaries. But we did get, we did a gold, a silver, but this one, the starting amulet getting foil, I think is actually really, really cool. What did we get in this one again? Just off the top of my head. We didn't get the amulet. No, pretty cool stuff though. If you're like, yo, which one should I get? Honestly, whatever one looked coolest to you. If you like the knights, get the knights. If you like the dragons, get the dragons. I think these are super cool, and I'm actually really excited to actually play with these myself. So, yeah, that's gonna do that. Let me know what you think of this in the comment section down below. Are you gonna pick up one of these starter decks? And what do you think of the new mechanics? I think they're really, really cool. A lot more intricate and new of mechanics than some of the previous crossover sets. So, I think they're cool. I think, without knowing much about early Vanguard, I think I like this guy more, just aesthetically, but, you know, they're both very cool. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time.